Hi, I'm really sorry I can't be with you, but I'm so glad you're gathering together for this Holiness Leaders Day. And I thank God every time I hear the reports of the East Ohio Regional Network meeting. And the fact that you're together is an inspiration to the heart. Thank you to David King for hosting you at Malone. We deeply appreciate the partnerships we have with universities and colleges throughout the country. Each of our regional networks seems to have this kind of wonderful relationship with an institution nearby. So Malone, thanks so much for hosting us on your campus. And again, I'm sorry I can't be there, but I'm so glad that Kate Wallace is there. She, as you know, is the operations manager for the Wesleyan Holiness Consortium, and by now perhaps you've actually heard from her. We deeply appreciate the way God is blessing you in that area. And of course, we miss Chuck Sundberg. As you know, he's found location in Kansas City as his wife has taken the presidency at Nazarene Theological Seminary. We congratulate them, but certainly miss Chuck's involvement here in Eastern Ohio in developing the regional network as well as the Holiness Leaders Day. But thanks to Gary for stepping up and emceeing today. I'm hopeful that during one of the breaks the regional leaders can meet with Kate and we can talk about the next step of leadership, as well as perhaps a workshop sometime in the spring that would focus on empowering leaders, especially women leaders in ministry throughout the districts. But I want to just encourage you in the knowledge that God is doing an amazing work through the WHC. You are part of this movement as God is refocusing the message of holiness for the 21st century. Never before have I seen new doors opening and momentum building and enthusiasm growing in the lives of church leaders and academic leaders and lay leaders of the church in ways that are just unprecedented. As we begin to realize the power, the unifying power of God's holiness reflected in our lives, in engaging our culture, transforming our communities. As you're meeting here today, you know that there are other regional networks throughout the country. Just a few weeks ago in Indiana, the Indiana Regional Network had their Holiness Leaders Day. And in Central Florida, a brand new regional network with pastors coming together. In Philadelphia, in St. Louis, that regional network is growing back into health. Seattle, Portland, Los Angeles. God is just doing some amazing work. And then overseas, there are numbers of these networks in Brazil and in Kenya. And recently I was in Manila meeting with the regional leaders there, and they're planning a similar kind of event. Not because we're trying to build an institution, not because we're trying to build an infrastructure, but because we're trying to raise the priority of God's call to holy living in the 21st century in new and fresh ways. Now that doesn't just mean personal heart purity, it means engaging with the real issues of the day. So some of you may know that not long ago, I just sent out a document to all of your regional leaders as well as all your national leaders and institutions on gracefully engaging the LGBT conversation. This is a wonderful moment for us to be leaning into a social issue, a social question, and bringing the healthy voice of grace and love from the church into our culture. I pray that God will multiply the effect of that work. Time doesn't permit me to go into all the things that are happening all over the place, but I simply want to encourage you that you're gathering together here at Malone. You're gathering together on an annual basis is another opportunity to build the fabric of the community of believers, especially pastors, as we reflect God's holiness. We preach it to our people, we teach it to our people, and we reflect it with one another. And in that sense of unity that comes, we are able to raise the priority of transformation from the inside out, from the motive of the heart to the action of the hand. So I pray that today will be a blessed day for you. I pray that God will bless Don's messages to you, and that as you engage in conversations around the tables, around the room, at the break time, with your regional leaders, with pastors from different denominations, that you will be truly inspired and that your focus in mission will be increasingly clarified as we reflect Christ well. Thanks, and God bless you.